An agent's answer usually comes back as prose, a paragraph of text. That's fine for a human to read, but your code can't trust a paragraph. You'd be parsing strings, hoping the format never changes. Today, we fix that. We hand mAIvn a pydantic model, and the agent's final answer comes back as a real, validated object, typed, structured, and ready for your code to use. Here's the idea. Normally, the agent decides how to answer. Structured output flips that. You define the shape first, a pydantic model with exactly the fields you need. And you make that model the agent's final tool. Now the agent doesn't just talk. It has to fill in your model and hand it back. The model is a contract. If the answer doesn't match the shape, it doesn't pass. You stop hoping the output is parsable because the structure is guaranteed. Let's build one. We're speccing a product, so we model the result with pydantic. Battery is a small nested model, a capacity in watt-hours, and a technology field typed as a literal. It must be one of lithium-ion, lithium polymer, or nickel metal hydride. Nothing else is allowed. Every field gets a field description. That's not just documentation, it tells the agent what each value should contain. Nested models compose, so a spec can be as rich as you need. Now product spec, the full result, a name, a weight, the nested battery, and a list of key features. To make it the agent's final answer, we add one decorator, @agent.toolify, final tool equals true. That registers the model as a final tool. From here, there are two ways to run it. The first, invoke with force final tool equals true. And these two go together. Force final tool only works because we marked product spec as a final tool. It tells the agent it must call that final tool before it's allowed to stop. Without a designated final tool, there's nothing to force. The agent does its full workflow and finishes by filling in your model. So you get both a typed object on .result and human-readable prose on .response from a single call. The second is a one-shot fast path, structured output, product spec, invoke, for pure extraction. Just the typed object, no prose. Let's run it. The agent works through the request and returns our product spec. Watch the typed access, spec.name, spec.weight, spec.battery.capacity. Real attributes, real types, no parsing. And right alongside it, the prose, the same answer in words for your interface, structured and unstructured, from one invocation. Now the guarantee. That literal on battery technology isn't decoration, it's enforced. If the model ever answered with a chemistry that isn't on the list, say lead acid, pydantic rejects it before it reaches your code. Watch, it raises a validation error. That's the safety net. The answer is always the shape you declared, or it doesn't come through at all. Same spec in mAIvn Studio. We send the request, and instead of a wall of text, the structured output panel shows the typed object. Every field filled and validated. The name, the weight, the nested battery, the features. This is the one-shot path. The model is the answer. It's the same contract you defined in code, now visualized. So which path do you use? If you need the result and a human-readable message, a database row and a chat reply in one go, use force final tool. You get the object and the prose. If you just need data, bulk extraction, classification, pulling fields out of text, use structured output. A single shot, object only, no extra tokens. One note, that fast path is invoke only. It isn't available inside a swarm. Same models, 2 entry points. Pick by what your code needs next. To recap, you model the result with pydantic, nested, and described. Mark it as the final tool, and the agent's answer comes back typed and validated. Force final tool gives you the object and the prose. Structured output gives you just the object. Either way, your code gets structure it can trust, not a string it has to parse. Next up, custom clients. Instead of handing every agent an API key, You build one configured client and share it across your whole app. See you there.